6 beds in this side. Excuse me. And then do a hallway leading up. There's the bear. What do I... Damn it. Oh. Really? And I've got a doggo coming at me the other way? Get down.
So I'm moving the apple trees and the berry bushes.
Yeah. Okay. One shot at a dog.
So I'm setting up an area for the that auto gather thingy majigger.
Yeah.
So I'm making it big enough. I can only make the iron one right now, but I'm making it big enough for like when we finally like put a gold one in.
Yeah. 1, 2.
So we'll be able to kind of like scale up.
Do I actually have any more beds on me? No. How did I manage to get... Okay. Is that actually better than what I've got? That's weird, I'm slightly confused. Slower durability loss of this item. Durability of this item plus 40. Reduced damage from ranged attacks 15% and defense plus 15. And it gives me evasion on the copper gear. How the hell did I manage to get Rifter armor?
I don't know. How did you get Rift Armor?
I don't know.
Random drop, I guess.
Well, must have been a random drop for killing a Rifter then.
I assume so, yeah. That's cool.
Because look at my dude. Well, character's got like a bloody bandana on.
That's cool looking.
And I was just killing off.
So how are the stats on that compared to, or is that just a decorative?
No. It's, well, compared to the copper's got 10 defense, this only has like 3 defense, but it has slower durability loss of this. Durability of the item is plus 40. Reduced range damage attack is 15, and defense is plus 15. Whereas the copper is
cool.
where the copper gear is actually just 10 in defense. But
Right.
I'm going to keep the copper on me. Oh, that's the gathered machines. These things.
I guess the way they work is they're not automatic, I don't think, because if I just right click on them, see how they do like a weird thing?
Yeah.
So I wager when you just wait for them all to grow, and instead of having to like manually interact with each one, you just go up to the middle and click on this thing, and it'll just gather and drop it at your feet, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, once it's all going.
Wood. Need some wood. Fair amount of wood here. So did you move all the berry bushes and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple of dudes. Don't know if it's all the dudes, but there's some dudes down there that are ready to collect. I have 3,346. Obviously, I'd been getting the rifters and stuff like that. I'd been dropping. It gives me 120% durability each. Trees aren't even really ready yet. Okay, I'll go and have a look for somewhere else. I was hoping to get the animals done, but I need more. I have to get more fencing probably as well. I mean, once I've got the shell done for the inside dormitory bit, we can move these lot up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've still got to do the I've still got to do the bathroom side of things.
Yeah, you went with the ambitious approach. I respect that.
Why?
Well, separate little bedrooms instead of just one room with a bunch of beds and then a separate room for toilets.
Yeah. But the problem is
I mean, this is fine. I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, respect. It's just more ambitious approach.
because it would be. Problem is, even with RimWorld, you know, if you could do something like that in RimWorld, that's how I would do RimWorld. I know you can do.
Yeah, well, these guys don't care about separate rooms.
No, I know. I know they don't. It was just a case of I'm so used to the RimWorld way of things. It never.
Yeah.
And there is like clan folk is a bit RimWorldy as well, and you have to give them separate bedrooms in clan folk as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, a lot of games usually do, but I mean, obviously, it always depends on the game.
Yeah, that's why it's sort of in my brain rather than you don't need to do it, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So then we're gonna go. Realize I give them different looking beds. Oh well. And then 1, 2.
Yeah, so I think I told you, and a little GTA 5. Doing a replay on the story mode.
You hadn't said, but I know you said you were gonna.
Yeah. So I started on that. Oh, that's going well so far. And I don't know. I was talking to Willow the other day, and she was like, I was like, doing GTA 5 replay, and and I'm amazed. I mean, like, for a 10-year-old game at this point, like, you can see the cracks in the veneer as far as the graphics go, but it still looks really good.
Oh yeah.
And it's amazing the amount of like content and attention to detail and like all these side activities and then the main missions and like so much like animation and voice dialogue and blah blah. And then I'm just like, man, Starfield sucks.
Well,
this game is 10 years old.
Yeah, I know. That's what...
and I'm like, this is still freaking like, oh my goodness! It just, I don't know. I continue to play other things and get and grow more disappointed. But
it's GTA has always been kind of full of little things like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
but kudos to their attention to detail. And I mean, obviously, GTA 5 had a crazy budget, and from my understanding, GTA 6 has a crazy budget. It's even like much bigger than GTA 5 was.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised about all the money that online's made them.
Well, I mean, even without the online, they made, billions just on because I think the final tally was like 300 to 500 million to make, and then they made like their opening frickin' weekend. I think they went over $1 billion in earnings,
Yeah, because everybody just went
and
crazy for it.
and then so just the single player story mode alone, they made a shit ton of money. Then with online, and then of course adding more to that and more stuff to buy. Like they've racked up a crazy amount of money, but it's good to see that they've taken that and invested that back into. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people that have made a bunch of money on the top for sure, but thankfully, there has been a lot of money that went right back into developing GTA 6.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean, I feel like they'd really have to, given their track record, they'd really have to fuck up pretty bad for GTA 6 not to be like game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of like the way their general style of doing things. I mean, they do have a good attention to detail, and they put a lot of time and energy and effort into their product. So, which
I mean,
kudos.
I don't know if you've ever. I don't know if you've done it yet. I just like you can. You can basically some of the mobile numbers in game, like you can ring using your mobile phone in game, and it works. Like the taxi companies and like 911 and other stuff like that.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but yeah. Well, the moment that I started thinking like Starfield sucks was such a simple moment. Like I went and I took out early on. You get the with Franklin, you get the dog, Chop, and you can go and you can take him out for a walk, right? So I went and I took him out for a walk, and I'm playing catch with him with the ball, and he's going and fetching and bringing it back and stuff, and I'm walking around. You get all these NPCs going about their business, doing their thing, and then at some point, like prompt comes up at telling me that like, oh, with Chop, you can target any enemy or any person that you target, Chop will go like attack or whatever. And I guess I hit the button for it, and I didn't realize I'd even done it. And Chop goes like running into the neighbor's yard, like through this fence into the neighbor's yard, and just tackles this dude sitting in a chair in his front yard, like minding his own business, and then kills the dude and like comes strutting back, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh well, whatever. So I start catching, throwing ball with Chop, and we're on the sidewalk, and I was like, well, I should head back to to the house. So I'm good, and I was only a couple houses down from like Franklin's house where I'm at. So I walked down the sidewalk, and I get to the front of his house, and I think I was checking out the map or whatever, and I closed the map, and I hear something. I turn around, there's like an emergency vehicle, like in the middle of the road, like blocking traffic, and like some medical people. I was like, what the hell are they on about? And then I see them running into the yard with the dude that I just murdered with Chop. And and they investigate the body, and they're like, oh shit, I guess we're too late, and they take off. And I was just like, man, I forgot how much freaking like detail these games have. It's just nuts.
It's yeah. I mean, sometimes it's had quite a bad, quite a bad shtick. But honestly, like I say, I'm very, very, very much looking forward to the next GTA.
Yeah, same.
And it'd be, and what's nice is the fact that, you know, we're gonna get a female protagonist. You know, it's gonna be a bit of
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I mean, people have been clamoring for a female protagonist for years. You know, I mean, before GTA 5 came out, people were talking about like, oh, are we going to get a female protagonist in GTA 5 and blah blah and yada yada. And
I never did.
of course, you know, the answer was no. Um, and but yeah, it does look like we have a female protagonist in this one, and it's um
I like.
what the hell was I going to say? I mean, you get well, they focus on the two, so it looks like it might bounce back and forth between the two of them. So they might do something similar to what they did with GTA 5, but instead of like 3 people, you're just kind of between her and him.
Switching, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think what they showed in the trailer at the start isn't where that game is going to begin.
Oh, what do you mean
The prison.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's where it's going to start. No,
It's not going to start in the prison.
no, I think it might start where the trailer ends
With them,
with them doing like doing
the store
the crime
robbers.
that
Yeah.
leads to them, that then leads to her being in prison, those two being separate, and then you have to play as one of them for a bit that leads up story wise to then meeting back up with the other one, and then they're both playable moving forward in the story. Would be my wager. That's my 2 cents.
I mean, it's quite funny because people have been trying to say that the Bikini Girl was... Oh shit, I forget her name. Was the lead female character. Oh, bloody hell.
I don't think so.
No, but they did look very similar.
Do they? I don't know. I'll have to look again. I didn't. I didn't see that.
Oh. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. And that can be extended that way. Can be extended down if need be into another corridor of bedrooms. So then this would go... That could branch... Technically that could branch off that way into another corridor of bedrooms. And if you come around here, so that would go 1, 3, and then... Shit. That's gone too high. Oh, bollocks. Really, Bear? You gotta come get me first. Okay, you've got me. You're not backing me into a corner. Literally led a bear down my rat run.
Nice.
And
Okay, so
I mean, I'm hoping that the story is going to be good.
well, I mean, it usually is. I mean, I agree with you. I hope it is. But yeah, it's a shovel. But yeah, I mean, their stories usually are good.
Because I do like the idea, you know, I like the idea of the whole Bonnie and Clyde type relationship.
Yeah, same. Yeah, definitely gonna have to see how that like all plays out. But
So for now, this bit might get adapted.
now what is this? Lettuce. I'm trying to figure out how we get more lettuce seeds without like. Is there a way to get them without having to like buy more?
I don't know. And it was quite funny because somebody said to me, "Oh, we won't get to see much in the trailer. We'll probably only get city scenes. We'll get to see the main protagonist." And how wrong were they?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's what I kind of figured too. I mean, especially
Given the game,
especially given how we found out that it's not being released till 25.
had a feeling it was going to be 25.
I'm surprised. It's just I'm surprised that they would drop a trailer that early for it.
It's I know why they've done it that early. Because of the well, not because of the apart from the leaks. The just getting people hyped, getting people talking about it.
I know, but it just seems. I mean, with a game like GTA 6, I guess not that big of a deal, but it just so often like you don't want to hype too early,
No.
right? And so like to me, it'd make more sense if they're not dropping until 25. I wouldn't expect to hear anything until like
summer,
like E3 time, like June, of next year.
Yep. But as I said, I do think Rockstar. I think Rockstar being a bit pissed at the leaks as well. And
Yeah, well, I can't blame them there. I mean, it is kind of frustrating.
And I think that latest leak was like, ooh, that's what caused them to push it early than it was.
Yeah.
Because the whole like thing that was attached to it, the whole buy Bitcoin thing, to what that was attached to the leak.
Oh, I didn't hear much about.
Yeah, well, the video got. It was a lower quality version of the trailer, and all it had over the trailer was buy Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin was actually sort of leading to some sort of scam.
Fun.
So, but the weirdest thing was that we don't know if it's true, but the leak was supposed to be being done by a family member or something of a Rockstar employee, so that's what's been going around. Not sure whether to take that as truth or, a bit of like, okay. You're just trying to you're trying to hide the fact that the leak, so whoever was trying to leak was basically trying to scam people.
Yeah.
And you attached it to something that you knew was going to be very, 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 very popular.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna scam, it's a good way to do it.
So it kind of forced Rockstar's hand to release early.
Yeah.
And then the new trailer broke YouTube, apparently. became,
yeah, I heard something about that. Yeah.
became the most viewed video on YouTube. Broke records, apparently. And apparently...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not terribly surprised by that.
No. And is it... Do you recognize the art? Did you recognize the artist in the? Did you recognize the song in the trailer?
I mean, I've heard the song before.
Isn't it one of Tom Petty's?
Maybe. I suck when it comes to identifying music, so I know I've heard it before.
I think it's one of. I think it's Tom Petty, one of his. But it's basically put him to pushed him to the number one, or I think it was the number one spot on Spotify, or because the song in it basically got played that much. And helped more by said trailer.
I mean, that's it is fascinating how that stuff goes these days. Because Stranger Things, they use that what the hell was that song in the latest climbing up that hill,
Running Up the Hill by
running up that hill.
Kate Bush.
Kate Bush, yeah, that Kate Bush song. The
Yes.
and it's funny because it was a song that was largely meh back in the day originally, but because of the show and because of the popularity of the show, and it is I like the song, it's fine, but it's just funny that just propelled that to suddenly resurge in popularity.
Yeah, I know, but the problem was, and some places in America would making Kate Bush out to be this big thing again, and it's like, yes, she was a big thing. Here, she used to be a big thing, but because of that song, it propelled her back into the limelight.
Yep.
I've got nothing against Kate Bush because I do like Kate Bush's songs.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, it's good. It's just interesting though that it's obviously
Why choose that song?
No, I mean, they liked it and they wanted to choose that song. But it's just, I just find it interesting how you have these things that have kind of largely disappeared from the public. It doesn't mean that people aren't aware of that song or don't still like that song, but as far as being mainstream, no one's really thought about it mainstream. It's just interesting how songs or certain things like that referenced by some bigger thing suddenly just lights a fire under that. And it's just interesting to me because as the artist who as Kate Bush, for example, who wrote that song or whatever, and it's these days it's okay, well, not really making a lot of money from that song or that album or whatever, and then all of a sudden out of the blue it just explodes. It's okay, thanks.
One thing that gets me at the minute, though, is in terms of TV and stuff like that, it's because people are doing, certain companies are doing Christmas adverts and everything and stuff like that. I'm gotta be careful because I'm not wanting to get on my soapbox, but I'm not mentioning why the TV ads have been pulled, but apparently people are getting upset over certain colours appearing in TV ads or stuff like that because they think it's referencing a certain current event, and it's for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I mean, people gonna get upset about shit. I mean, it gets ridiculous.
That
works.
can we not just have a Christmas advert or something like that?
No.
That can have Christmassy colours in and not be offensive? Can the world just stop going over the top with political correctness?
Apparently not.
Because it's just getting beyond a joke. Stuff we've probably, there's been probably stuff out there that we've had for years that haven't offended anybody. All of a sudden become offensive to people. It's like, you don't like it, you know where to go, but
Yeah, I mean, but I
society
think
is
that
too
there's also something to
soft.
be said for also people that seem to get offended by the inclusion of things, which also is like bullshit. Um, like the inclusion of some things does not mean the eradication of others.
Yeah. And it's just like, just kind of get a grip a little bit, because it's not meant to be offensive. It was, it's meant to be tasteful, but clearly the Karens of this world get offended.
Yep. People are gonna find reasons to be butthurt. It's just the way it go.
It's like I was reading today. There was a teacher in Ireland or something like that, but obviously he was in jail because obviously he got sacked from his old job or whatever, but it's all to do with like the whole transgender rights, that he basically wouldn't address a boy as a girl.
Right.
But
Yeah.
then got
Yeah.
sacked,
I mean, people
sacked for being discrimination, and then started harassing basically going back to his place where he used to work, and he ended up getting jailed for I'm guessing refusing to stop going near the school or something. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, I have, I don't have anything against the transgender side of things because I have friends who are, so that doesn't, not stuff like that doesn't bother me. And it's like, the good point is, and this is gaming relatable, that the fact that they've started bringing all that into games, and there are people who do get butthurt over that. I've seen comments.
Oh yeah, we've talked about.
We've talked about that.
I mean, people are going to get butthurt about shit, and that's part of where I talk about what I was mentioning before, as far as like the inclusion of other things does not mean the destruction of another. Like just because we want to include and be fair to these other people is not an attack against you and what you're doing. And I think there's a lot of people that seem to like take it that way. I mean, there's some people that are just flat out just bigoted and horrible people, but I think that there's also some people that seem to get under this idea that like it's somehow some sort of attack by including other people. And no, that is not how that works.
Okay, so in terms of the harvester, if even if it has two, you know, even if it had a tree ready, you can then like use the harvester, but then it pops out. So the harvester will
Yeah.
harvest it, but then it just pops in front of you.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I was thinking it might work. So that way it'll just harvest with an range around it and
Yeah,
drop it on the ground instead of you having to interact with.
each
So
bush.
it just allows you to harvest a lot more quickly,
Yeah.
which is I'm fine by. That seems like a fine way to do it.
I mean,
I mean, I wouldn't mind like a fully automated approach, but this is not an automation game.
no.
As much as my brain wants to, you know, be like, "Ooh, automation," um, that's not what we're doing here today.
No, I need to make bathroom stuff. You're hungry, I'm guessing?
I am. So,
was
I
it
still got more fields to do here, but
was it
making some
Starfield that
progress.
got the butt hurt over it?
Yes, because Starfield
Hmm.
included the
Yeah.
pronouns at the beginning,
Yeah.
and there was some really hilariously butthurt people that it was just like,
Hmm.
really, really, because it's not even like it affects you in like the only way it affects you is by you allowing it to affect you
Yeah.
in that way. Because it is the most non-intrusive thing I've ever seen. Like literally, like I didn't even have to pick my pronouns. I literally already had I set up a male character the way I normally do. It
Hmm.
automatically assigned like he him. It was just available should I want to change it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to touch it.
Oh, we can
you
actually
know?
get glass floors
Yeah, I
and
noticed that. That's pretty sweet.
glass walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't getting. You know, I'm not gonna get butt hurt over that crap.
No, and I mean the
People can
second
be
I
what
saw
they
it when I
want to be.
played the game, my first thought, of course, was, oh.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be some butthurt friggin' people on this,
Hmm.
which is so friggin' stupid. But some of the people were way more butthurt than I even expected them to be. Like there was just some like really just rage inducing friggin' things just like, come on guys.
It's a fucking game. Or it's something
Yeah.
within a game. It doesn't affect your
Yeah.
real personality.
Right. So it's like just seriously, like let it go. Get the song. Let it go. Let
That
it
has
go.
not disappeared.
No.
The song still makes an
No,
appearance.
I think that's still going to be around like 20 years from now. People are still going to be like, let it go.
Yeah. Like we say, it's the problem is it was a big hit for Disney. It's like what do you call it? Bloody, was it Aladdin or something? You know, some of the Aladdin tracks, Lion King tracks.
Oh yeah.
Right. How the crapola
Jeeps.
do I do this? Can I? Right, so I can kick you guys out of bed. Which I'm going to kick you guys out of bed. Right, so if I move these original beds, I'm seeing guys... Come on, get out of the f***ing door. Are they wandering? your way?
I don't know. I ran off into the night because I saw one of those backpack dudes.
Oh. I'm gonna move this.
They might be just going north if they are seeing those as like the closest beds.
Guys, where the hell have you gone?
I mean, I'm kind of working my way back now. Oh, a whole bunch of stone flooring here.
Shiny things, it distracts him.
I know, sucker. What?
Nothing. I said shiny things distract you.
Damn right. I got the shovel now, so I can pick up this flooring.
Yeah. That's the annoying thing. You don't even see them on the bastard minimap either. Where have they gone? I don't tell me they fucked off. We have to go and rescue some more dudes.
Hmm.
How do we make that? I know what I need. Because I only see one dude. How do I make that? Lag. Wood, wool, leather. Got. I'm going to wood.
Because one of the guys is still here.
Wood. I've got enough wool. Yeah, no, one guy's still there. We got any wool anywhere? Bet it's down there,
Yeah,
right?
animal chest. Oh, the torn.
Oh, there it is. Did I just not move that into my backpack? Yes, I did. So what do I do? Just... Oh, you cheeky little bastard. Come on, guys. So once you've used it once, you keep it. Once you create it, you keep it.
Oh, okay.
Right, guys. I wonder if we have to move this...
Oh, okay. So you can just use it. So you can use it again. It just lasts for 10 seconds, but it doesn't like break or anything after that. Okay, that makes sense.
Right, guys. Do you want to like have a... So I found them using some of the pods.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, because they considered them beds, I guess.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Okay, so now they know... Right, so they know there's beds here. That's good. know this is meant to be for an outside item, but I actually don't want the guys to die, so I'm actually going to put that. Shit. There. So hopefully they know it's there. Hopefully they can get to it and my rat run's not too much of a inconvenience. There's a fair chunk of apples there. Yeah, so it is. It's basically, it's just knocked them all off.
Yeah, that's sweet. I'll take it. I like that. I mean, that allows us to harvest apples in a fraction of the time. And as we level that up, that whole area there will be harvestable by one of those things, which is pretty freaking sweet. Pretty freaking sweet, if I do say so myself, which I do with my words.
Okay. Of course, apples are sweet. Actually, you can technically get a sour apple though, but that's
Yeah, Beth favors the Granny Smith, which are a bit like tart.
green and crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the Granny Smith ones. So why did you not? No, you're supposed to be on the Mark II. So when I clicked that, why didn't you? Ah, of course. You didn't because you got copied from the Excel box. Okay. Wonder why that didn't work. I'll have to fix that later. I'll have to copy the soundboards across from the Excel onto the Mark II. Jesus Christ. Right, so these guys are around. Have they not actually discovered the hot tub yet? Is it too far from them?
Is it a hot tub time machine?
It was a poor movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't great.
Oh no, they might be able to get here. I'll give them like a big.
Oh wow, that is a long way to go. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna figure that out. You might want a more direct here. There's a more chance.
Just a direct path across.
Yeah. Yeah, like connect the hallway directly across.
That messes with my aesthetic. I suppose, no, even if I put another row in at the top and the bottom, then they have two ways to get to it. Fair enough, we'll try. And then this would be flooring. Where's my wooden wall? If he walks up and round, I'm going to be extremely annoyed.
I mean, if they do, that's cool. I just figured, I didn't expect that to be quite as sprawling, because it also takes us longer to track them down.
I know. Yeah, he walked. Guess what? He did. He walked. He figured it out in the end.
Oh, that's good.
Right,
These guys are over by my workshop.
Where are my other two fuckers? Oi! Come on. This way, fuckers. Come on. This way. Here. You have a hot tub. There you go. Enjoy, fellas. Right. So I have 3 extra beds that I can actually put into the chest, furniture chest for now. I'm going to put the chest table out as well. So they've got the chest table. I will get around to doing the other stuff. I still haven't done the bathroom stuff. I need to do the animal stuff. I haven't got around to that yet. Oh, because I've taken so long trying to build this pissing thing. Right. 1 chest table. Technically need another person to rescue.
So, how many beds did you set up? I thought we were going to set up for a dozen.
6.
Okay.
And we've got 3 people in total. Haven't we?
Yes, so far, yeah.
Yeah, so we can have another 3. Your character. I need to put stuff away. Because I'm carrying stuff that I don't actually need on me. So what do I need for, like, showers? Am I on the...
Ceramic, I think.
What did you say?
Ceramic? I don't know what else, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's
Clay.
ceramic is
Clay.
the clay is one of the things.
I need 5 clay and 2 copper bars. Is that a scythe?
Yeah.
Well, I could actually technically give, no. Might just give them showers because the bathtubs are actually more expensive. How big are these bloody things? Oh, they're not actually as big as I thought. So that actually works well then.
That's what she said.
I was gonna say you haven't done that in a while, but
You know, we try and keep things fresh.
there we are. So they've got the showers. 6 showers in there for now. I need the rest of the stuff, but I think I should get the animals. Have I got any fencing? Oh shit, because you said each one of these varied, didn't you?
What?
Size-wise. The pens?
Over the animals?
Yeah.
I don't want to say like have to, but I mean, you do want the cow one to be a decent size.
I actually don't want to put it here then, do I? Because
So like, let me see.
I want this is over living quarters, so I kind of want it up here. Want it here, really? But I need more.
All right, here's an example. Sending you a picture. And looking at the example that they have, like, interestingly, like, the one that they have the chickens in is probably the size you should have for the cows. Like, in that picture, like, you swap the cows and the chicken pen sizes would make sense. But that gives you an idea of what the size of the animals are relative to, you know, some general sizing guidelines.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a best log of fencing. Okay, that's the. I don't even know if we've got pigs. Did we get pigs?
Yeah.
So we're not missing any animals?
Yeah, you have at least one pig.
I don't know. A pig will do for now. I think I want this. Which bench is it? This one. No, not fucking chest, you dickhead. Oh, so it's 3 per. Well, I don't know how many I need, so let's just go. It's a lot of fencing, but then gives Tim some spare fencing as well if I don't use it all. Because I want this area up to this fence for extra accommodation. Because I'm going both ways with the accommodation. So I'm going above and below. But I know I can only go so far with the bottom accommodation, which is really annoying. Because of our teleporter and old base.
Right.
Or starter base. Whatever the hell we're going to call it.
Yeah, one of those things.
I actually need some more wood.